Hi everybody, it's me, Julie. I'm getting started today on my day 5 of the 100-day project I'm working on for this year. This one is about my desires and God's purpose for me. I love this one in particular because it says that he calls to you and to fulfill the exact purpose he's created for you. And so I'm very much believing in that and very happy I read this today because some days, you need that reminder quite a bit. I'm going around with my pink zig marker and just adding a bunch of pink hearts all over the place and adding in some Illustrated Faith washi tape there because it's just kind of perfect. Even though this page doesn't really have much pink on it, I'm definitely going heavy on the pink here on this page today. So I'm adding lots of pink stuff. There's some pink iridescent washi in the top corner. It's definitely pink and the light is reflecting it very hard right now. I'm loving the blooms from this washi tape. So I'm just kind of adding the pieces around because it ripped kind of funny. And there's nothing wrong with a ripped piece of washi tape, in my opinion. I love the big flower I see there, so I kind of rip it to get just the flower image in that one part and add the ripped piece behind it. And you kind of use your nail to kind of smooth them down and you can't even tell that it was ripped. There's a little bit of Simple Stories Kelly Bangs washi tape going on as well because the colors just add just the right amount of pink and blue into the whole thing. Can't go wrong. A few more hearts and leaning into what is being said going on before I decide exactly what I'm going to do. And it's going to involve hearts. Like, I'm not going to lie. This whole page is just going to be hearts. It's just hearts everywhere. And this time of year, honestly, one of my favorite things to do is to cut out hearts out of paper. You know, where you fold the paper in half and then you cut half the heart on the fold, unfold it, boom, there's a heart. So I'm just going to cut a bunch of little hearts here out of my pink scraps. I just reached into my scrap folder, pulled out what I was interested in, and that is what I'm going with. So it's a lot of kind of textured pinks plus some book pages because I'm going to use some of that music paper that I pulled out of this binder. And since I cleaned out my scrap bucket the other day, there's a lot of scrap paper I have to pull from. Okay, and so finally we're coming to the end of the first round of cutting all the hearts. Honestly, you can never cut enough because it always takes one or two more, always. But I've got this huge heart template I found somewhere a long time ago, and I just think it's the perfect size for this. Just tracing it around just to give me some guidelines to know where to start putting my hearts. I do have this one heart from the middle of the book paper. The music paper, and it says joyful on it. So I'm going to put that one right in the middle first. I'm just putting glue on the folded edge of the heart just to try to attach it to the page, but leave it standing up, if you know what I'm saying. And then I'm just going to lay all the hearts next to each other, supporting each other, pushing each other back up so they can be a little bit textured. And this is the process of just getting the hearts down and putting them in where they need to go. Here at the end, I'm just cutting a few tiny hearts just to fill in any gaps that I think need to be covered up. But you can see that it looks like a heart as long as I've put them and overlap them so they stay within the frame of what I drew in first. It looks like that. I'm trying now with Wink of Stella to add a little bit of splatter all over it just by squeezing out the ink and then kind of flipping it for the pin lid. It kind of works. I'm tracing it with that Wink of Stella brush pen just to define the edges a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with this other pen. I can't remember what it's called right now, but you just see me flicking out the ink and it just adds just a speckle, like a speckle of like an eggshell speckle all over the page. It's really pretty, I think. I've got, what is this? Oh yeah, this is some Glimmer Glaze from Tattered Angels. It's pretty old, and honestly, I should have let the black dry a little more because kind of smeared it a little bit. But you know, here, this is how I am. I'm just gonna start adding all the things. It's Nouveau Drops in a hot pink, and then I also go in with a blush color pink, and of course, you know, gold liquid pearls too, because that makes everything better. And I'm just randomly applying them all over the place. I like to group things in 2s and 3s. I'm gonna add a little Heidi Shine in gold. Who else is still hoarding the Heidi Swap Color Shine because you just can't seem to use it up because there's no more. But I do save it for special occasions, and it just kind of fits perfectly with all the other stuff I got going on this page. I just now noticed that my quote of the year is on there, so I marked it and highlighted it. I'm finding some words. I have this printout I love. I've made copies of it. I keep using it over and over. But this page is all about soaking in the peace and love God has for me and what He wants for me, because it's always going to be the best. He's going to want the best for you. And the fact that He wants you to fulfill the purpose He's created for you. I'm putting this quote on here that says, "You are capable of great things, and all things are possible because God allows you. He gives you the grace to do it." I'm auditioning some pink paper here to see if pink needs to go on the back, but honestly, I think I've had enough pink at this point. So I do find a piece of black, and I'm going to back all those words in black. I'm also going to edge them with a little bit of the Rusty Hinge Distress. Okay, I'm finishing cutting out those words, and I'm going to glue them right on top of all that beautiful texture that I just created with all those mini hearts. That love, that texture, that beautiful heart I made is going to support all the words, all the things that God has in store for me, because I am capable of great things through Him. I've got my 8B kohl pencil here, ready to go through and underline a few more words I want to pop out. So I see this sticker in here of is it a bird and an arrow? I really want to put on this page to highlight these words I love, and it talked about singing in the verse, and I kept thinking of little birds. So when it says when you give him your heart, he sings back to yours. So I'm thinking this little bird is singing. And I'm just adding a little scrap behind it. I finally find my heart punch and punch out this scrap from my scrap bin and decide that's going to be the tab on my page, these two hearts with the page glued between it. I'm just auditioning a few more pieces, this arrow specifically to highlight these words here in the prayer that I want to be noticed. And I see he's trying to rip some of the thickness off the chipboard so the page is not so chunky, but who am I kidding? I've already added this huge textured heart. So this is where the chunky begins, and we're off. So I'm just going to glue that little arrow right there and point to the words I want to be there. To notice, I'm adding a few pencil hearts. I mean, you can't go wrong with hearts, in my opinion. I love the hearts, and in pencil, it just adds just a sweet little detail. I like to group them in 2s or 3s, so I'm just kind of filling out spots that I think need a little more attention to detail. I'm adding a little bit more washi tape up there in the corner. And I found this punched circle that needs to go there, and I had found a word in the chipboard sticker bin. It says love, and it goes right there in the corner. And at this point, I think I'm done. When I stamp the date, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you will give me a like and let me know what you think about this very textured heart, and if it's something you think you will try. Have a good one. Bye.